up, everyone? Daniel here. It's time to review The Strain Season 3, Episode 3, titled Firstborn. Spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me about 2 minutes to recap it, then I'll give you the pros, cons, and final score. Thanks so much for joining me. So we start off with the episode with everyone's favorite character, sarcasm, Zach being born. I thought this was a dream sequence. I either thought the mom was dreaming, I don't know how she can, she's dead, or I thought it was Ephraim dreaming. But yeah, it's a flashback, I guess, of Zach being born, and he's in this cocoon, because he's in a cocoon. I was like, oh, it's a dream, it's going to be a Strigoi or something, and Ephraim's having nightmares. No, it was real. I don't know if that's actually a real thing. I hope not. I never heard of that before. So, yeah. The Master wants to save the world. There's this whole talk about that, how the mom's telling Zach, like, what you saw me feeding on the person, the boy, he was sick already, so I was just feeding on him and everything. I was ending his suffering and stuff. So she's BSing a Zach the whole time. We see the origins of Quinlan. He basically was like this circus animal person, and this woman ended up freeing him. Like, she took him under his wing. She started teaching him how to talk and how to, understand sentences and understand her language and stuff. So yeah, Quinlan's basically, she's becoming this mother to Quinlan. So Ephraim has the lumen, and the Master is Quinlan's dad. Now I feel like they mentioned that before, maybe a week ago or in season 2 somewhere. I don't remember, but I think they did mention that. But yeah, the Master, well, not technically like biologically the dad, but in the case, yeah, he's the dad, and they've been fighting for centuries or whatever, and hunting for centuries. So we see Quinlan fighting in this tent. This is back in AD and everything. He's fighting and protecting his mom, and he meets the Master. And the Master looks way scarier back then in AD than he looks as Bolivar Master. Let me tell you. The other one looks very nasty and very mean. He looks like an old Master than what Bolivar looks like. So he ends up being the Master, and he dashes away. He uses his freaking flash speed and all that. So he's stuck in this cave with his mom, and he can't, Quinlan's still training. He's not as powerful as he is, obviously, in the present day. We see Gus feeding his mom. Obviously, his mom is a Strigoi, and we finally get to see Angel, which we haven't seen since season 2. So Angel arrives, and there's cops coming in the building and everything, and he's like, well, we gotta go. Angel's saying, let's kill your mom. She's not your mom anymore. She's obviously a Strigoi. She's obviously turned. Gus doesn't believe that. I don't know what they're doing with Gus this season. Or again, it's only been 23 days since season 1, technically. And damn, you would think Gus would have learned. Like, Strigoi, all the Strigoi he's killed, but yet he doesn't kill his mom. Because she, I don't understand. Like, you've killed all these Strigoi without a problem. What happens if they were people too and they could have been better too? Like, I don't understand where Gus is coming from at all. Anyway, Angel arrives and the cops are in the building, so they try to escape. They end up getting caught. They tried to fight back, but no, they ended up losing. Quinlan drinks mom's blood. She ends up dying, like she's dying, so she's like, drink me and everything. You could get your strength back. That happens there. Ephraim makes a negotiation with the Master, with Quinlan in present day, where Quinlan grabs a Strigoi and the red eyes come, and that's where he could contact the Master. And Ephraim says, I'll bring you the lumen if you bring me my son unharmed. So they're going to meet at their favorite fishing place that only Zach and I know. Not the mom, just me and Zach know. So Gus and Angel are now part of this search block in the way, if you would. Instead of them going to prison, they're going to be clearing out the Strigoi. So all these criminals are going to be working together. Kind of reminds me of season 2 where Gus was in that prison or whatever, in that sense there. So they're at the fish pier. It is the Master versus Quinlan, and a bunch of the Navy SEALs are turned to Strigoi, which we finally see Fett and Satrakian like in action. It was funny because when Satrakian found out that the lumen was gone, he was like, Mr. Fat, like all far away and everything. I thought, you know how I do, I'm Mr. Fat more better, but that happens. The Master is killed. Not really. Psych. The Master's worm ends up going to a drain, and he goes far off away. That Satrakian saw, like, Satrakian was like, if you would have done something, Satrakian, like cut the worm in half or something, maybe the Master would have been kind of vanquished. But I hope that's good. Bolivar's gone. We could finally, hopefully, he goes in, like the worm goes into some bigger monster instead of some skinny person. I really hope so. So yeah, that's it. Quinlan is shot. I don't know if Quinlan's dying. It'd be really stupid to kill him, but I don't know how. I thought they're kind of immortal some way or another. I didn't know that they could actually die. So Quinlan may be dead. But from that on, now on to the pros and cons. First off, I want to say the action in this episode was great. Quinlan coming in with the submachine guns and just raining fire on the Master and everything was epic. Secondly, Quinlan and his backstory was very well done. I think that's the thing about The Strain is when they go back in time, it's just very well done. The way the setting is and the writing and the acting. Just emotionally, I cried when he had to kill his mom. And thing is, it's not even... he's come to know this woman. This woman has freed him. This woman has taught him many things. And I just thought it was just emotionally gripping. Just even how we didn't even get to see these for multiple episodes or 10. It was very short of time with her. And it still was emotionally like a punch to the gut. So the writing was done there. Was really awesome. Quinlan this whole episode, again, I hope he's not dead. Maybe he's badly injured. But Quinlan was just, whoever plays the actor, I'm sorry, I don't know who the actor plays Quinlan, but he's doing an awesome job. And his goggles that he wears when he's talking to Ephraim, and when Ephraim's talking to him, and he's like, how are you half human, half Strigoi? Like, how's your dad, how is the Master your dad? Like, all that talk there, that little small talk that went on, genius. Of course, the CGI and practical effects were done very well. Of course, I'm referring to the burning and the sizzling and the grilling that the lumen does when it touches Strigoi's skin. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get to see much of Satrakian and Fett. Honestly, the past 3 episodes when Fett and Satrakian are together, they're usually just riding around in a Jeep the whole time. That's basically all the scenes, like 80% of the scenes with Satrakian and Fett have been them in a Jeep driving around. Oh, they're in water, Mr. Fett, can I go in the water? And all that stuff like that. That's kind of sad. I'm very disappointed that they're using them just like that. Hopefully they have a bigger thing, a bigger presence in the season, because Satrakian's amazing and Fett is a fan favorite as well. But their scenes together this episode were pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, their scenes are still pretty good. And Ephraim's deal with the Master was pretty ballsy, because the Master could literally just like flash him. The Master could just and like snap his neck and easily, just like that. And the ending, again, the action was awesome. The Navy SEALs were awesome. That was a whole cool stunt there. But with I don't like how, honestly, if that would have been Zach as a Strigoi, I think that would have been awesome, because we need Zach to die. How is he still alive? Can we kill him? I hope it ends with him dying or something. But Ephraim, I thought it was just interesting with the fish pier. It wasn't a fantastic ending with Ephraim, but I liked the whole negotiation, how Quinlan was holding the Strigoi down, and he was like, you're going to bring me my son. Like, he wants his son back. He wants this to end. Like, Ephraim has... The way Corey Stoll plays him is just really, 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 really well done. And I don't know, it's just Ephraim and the Master this, where he's like, where is my son? Like, bring him forward. And the wife, too, and the mom, too, his wife. So, I don't know, just the whole Corey Stoll, the way he plays it, I like seeing his scenes. I remember in Season 2 I was getting a little tired of him when he was going to Washington, D.C. and all that. Now I'm back to Season 1 Ephraim, like back where it was really interesting to see. And when he had a set of hair, he still doesn't have a set of hair, obviously. But Ephraim's pretty cool. Obviously, a lot of you are going to try to fight me for saying this, but the Master's still being alive. With the worm crawling into the gate and all that, I'm like, really? Like, and also, he's just a worm, that's it? That's the Master? He's a worm? That's it? The Master's a worm. All this evil is from a worm. Like, can you not just, like, throw some salt on him and just, like, really? Wow, when you actually come face to face with the Master, he's just a worm. So, not scary, pretty easy to kill. Just step on him. Easily, just step on him and he'd be dead. Anyway, why? Why is he still alive? Like, you can't find some new evil or something? If he better go to his original body or some original big form or something. Like some monstrous CGI villain instead of some practical villain. I want him to go to a big villain again, not some small. So if he goes to a smaller person or I-Course or something, gonna be disappointing. Like I said earlier, and like I'm gonna say every single week as long as he may live, why is Zach still alive? Kill him. $100 bet when Zach goes back to his dad, all alive and everything, he's going to be like, I miss Mom. And okay, the last 2 weeks I've been kind of saying, where's Gus at? Where's Gus at? Why don't they show him? Now that they showed Gus's arc, I understand why they didn't show it. Like, I like Gus, but then again, I'm like, he doesn't really need to be... Can you just push him to the side? You really do. His story arc is, come on, a wheelchair with a Strigoi, like... Come on. It's going too far. Now it's getting just ridiculous with that storyline. I'm not a big fan of Gus anymore. Why don't you show Dutch? You have too many characters to go around. Bring them all together. Why isn't Gus part of the team? Why is he so far away? When are they going to join and be part of the team? I'm still waiting on that. But overall, I thought the episode was great. Sense of Quinlan's backstory and the awesome action scenes. And the bad was the Master's still alive and Zack is still alive. The ugly would be Gus's arc. I'm going to give The Strain Season 3, Episode 3, titled Firstborn, an A-. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about the episode. Did you enjoy it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? You guys can share this review with your friends and hit that subscribe button for more. Join the Big D Nation because the road to 500 has begun. Till next time, bye-bye.